Come on in.
Ed.
Hey, Arun. Good to see you, man.
Good
What's
to
up?
see you as well. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I was just wondering, do you want to go get a cup of coffee?
You know, that sounds excellent. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. I'm driving.
Okay, I'll meet you up front.
All right.
Arun,
Ed.
where's the Infinity?
Well, I sold it, man.
Really? I didn't know you
that?
got this.
Yeah,
I've
well-
never been in a Leaf.
Well, it's a new car. Welcome.
This is pretty cool. This thing is state of the art.
Well, at least it's marketed that way. But you know, with most products, each product has its own purpose, and you know, everything is unique. There's more and more innovation, especially in technology, and I think they put together, you know, whatever they thought was best of breed, and they created a product out of it. It's pretty impressive.
So, we're not having to stop on the way back to get gas, obviously. I mean, that's a big selling point.
No gas at all. In fact, there's no maintenance.
Well, one thing I notice is it's awfully quiet.
It is quiet, yeah.
I think you could run over people crossing the street and they would never know you were coming.
It's interesting you say that, because I think they intentionally added a buzzing sound to it. The whole concept is interesting. I guess it works for me, so it's a good product for me. But yeah, we are at Elemica. We are building solutions for our customers, and our customers are not everyone is the same. Our customers are so unique. How do you come up with a product that's going to work for all of them?
You can't, right?
You cannot.
So you're VP of Research and Development, Arun, right?
Yes.
I mean, this is what you're tasked with, right?
This is exactly what I'm tasked with. That's
so,
right.
As supply chain technology geeks at Elemica, do you sit here and think about this analogy of a Nissan Leaf and compare it to our supply chain operating network ecosystem and try to apply learnings from this car into what you're doing with R&D? I mean, is that what you're spending your time on?
Well, as of now, while I'm driving, I'm surely doing that.
Sure.
But you look at any product, you know, you look at any product that consumers consume, you are always going to see parallels with the way we build things, the way we perceive what a system should do, because the limitations to our thought processes are the same at the end of the day. So yeah, to answer your question, absolutely right. So one example that comes to mind is when we talk about trying to build a messaging platform for our customers, we want to also think about how to make it so agnostic that we don't have to really worry about which format the data comes in, how flexibly can we make changes to the system to enable transformations and so on. So it's a classic problem. Every customer's requirements are different. How do we build out our supply chain operating network that is going to be able to solve all these varieties and variations that these customers have to offer from a business process perspective?
In your role with supply chain, our supply chain operating network, and the technology that underpins all the capabilities found therein, what are you hearing in the marketplace? What are you seeing? What is it that we're working on?
I think, you know, the one thing that consistently keeps coming up is how can we use, implement and execute a come as you are approach.
Okay.
So how can we take this problem, this known space in the supply chain industry around business to business integration, and how can we come up with an operating network that enables collaboration between people, that allows you know, people to send custom formats from a messaging perspective? How can they orchestrate a process that is bespoke, which caters to them specifically within the purview of the overarching industry standard processes? So those are some of the emerging kind of questions for which we need to have good answers. And I think our supply chain operating network is actually positioned now for the next few years in order to achieve this for our customers.
Where is this coffee place?
I am trying to find out myself. I thought it was
I think it's down
there.
here, no?
Yeah.
I'm lost. So I think we're over here. There is the drive-through.
Absolutely. What would you like to have?
Man, you know, I'll just take a grande cafe latte, please.
Let's have 2 grande cafe lattes, please.
I mean, we've got this supply chain operating network ecosystem. The base of it is a platform. It's platform as a service, highly flexible, highly robust. We're capturing those transactions.
Right.
Help me understand that a little bit better. We've got, you know, this B2B social collaboration thing going on. We've got partner discovery. We've got this onboarding campaign capability inherent within the supply chain operating network. Why were those focal points to make sure that those were there from the very beginning?
And very, very valid questions. And I think, you know, the answers to these questions were the cornerstones or the pillars, if I may, foundational pillars of the supply chain operating network that we built. In fact, some of the trends we saw were, you know, people wanted to move away from standards. Mm-hmm. Standards kind of came and just overpowered the world of B2B integration for quite a few years, and there was a lot of effort that was put into it. The ERPs kind of drove it to an extent, and then automating the business process and filling the space around these ERPs through the standards started becoming a challenge, and you can kind of imagine why.
That was basically trying to build out a transportation system of nothing but leaves.
Exactly.
It wouldn't work.
It will not work. It will fail at some point in time because it does not fit a use case.
Yes, okay.
Now, that was one trend. There was another trend that was emerging, and it emerged, and you know, it was mostly around incumbent partners having more interest in an automation program, and companies invested a lot in their incumbent trading partners, and they put in a lot of money because they obviously thought it was strategic to establish a business-to-business integration, fully automated relationship with these companies, and they were absolutely right. But as you keep adding more and more trading partners to the network, you want to fundamentally reduce the additional cost of onboarding a partner, because soon you're going to hit this tail. And if the cost of onboarding a partner in this tail is the same as onboarding a partner who's incumbent in nature, you can just imagine, first of all, you're never going to standardize on a solution across your entire trading partner base. And 2, the cost of doing this is going to be completely prohibitive.
The threshold where you reach the law of diminishing returns is quite early in the process without these new capabilities, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, and you bring up a good point, because that was the next topic that I wanted to talk about, and that's around the critical mass itself. How do you get there fast, and how do you continue to use your network in order to propagate it even faster?
Yeah, you got to create this network effect.
Exactly.
So that there's enough things happening to create that value, correct?
Absolutely. And you know, systems are changing. There's change in the way people are thinking. There's change in technology. How do you put all these together in order to ensure that you're able to enable rapid network expansion? You're able to get to a threshold quickly, and how are you able to provide visibility into some of the real complex orchestrations within a business process? So that's where we are seeing trends. Analytics, there's a lot of movement around big data. People want to go mobile and social, as you spoke about. So what does collaboration even mean, and how does it get to where we need to be? The more you're able to reach out to people, the more people you're able to reach out to, the faster you're able to reach out to people in a consistent manner, by grouping them, by ensuring that you're able to propagate your business process automation programs with high level of efficiency. I think collaboration actually stands out, and it's critical in order to enable that. And I think that's where the overall concept of social comes in and tries to propagate the network to the next level.
But I don't really see overtly this vision being painted elsewhere. What do you attribute that to, Arun?
There's media companies, there's companies like Gartner, there's companies that hold a lot of knowledge repositories who propagate some of these trends. We actually were ahead. We saw these problems earlier. So in a way, we kind of failed really fast, and we accepted that. Mm-hmm. So the ability to say that, I think I'm failing, and I'm going to fail fast and make things better, is what I think propagated, which is what convinced us to invest money in our new supply chain operating network so that we get a head start.
Okay. Well, Arun, really appreciate you stopping by my office and inviting me for coffee. We should do this more often.
Absolutely. The next time you want to go there, call me and I'll be there.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. Next
Have
time
a
I'll
good day.
drive.